Hello everyone, it's Ethereal and welcome to this 16,000 subscribers Q&A session. So before I start, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much again for 16,000 subscribers. That's honestly like 16 times more than I thought I would ever have when I started this channel. So thank you so much, each and every one of you, even if you're not subscribed to the channel, if you're just listening, if you just listen to my audios, because I don't know, I find myself sometimes like going back to people's channels and like listening to their videos or watching their videos and I'm not subscribed for some reason. So even if you're not subscribed, if you just listen to my videos, if this is the first one you're listening to, it doesn't matter. Thank you so much for being here and supporting me and supporting my hobby. I never thought that I'd be doing this or taking this seriously, but I'm really glad that like 3-ish years in, like more than 3 years in, that I'm still doing this. So it's all thanks to you guys. Okay, so I'm just gonna jump right in. So I asked for questions on my community tab. So if you guys ever want to interact with me more, I post on my community tab pretty frequently. Yeah, it's just my way of like communicating with you guys if something's going on with the channel or the Patreon. So be sure to look out for those communications. So the first question, and sorry if I pronounce anyone's username wrong, I actually don't know if I should like say usernames because some of them I already know I cannot say, so I'm actually just gonna like answer, like say the question and answer. I'm so sorry. I will put like the usernames like in the description or something. I'm so sorry. Okay, so the first question is hello and congratulations for the 16K. Thank you. I would like to know why you started making audios. So I get this question like every Q&A that I've done. I think this is my 3rd Q&A. The last one was like 2 years ago, so totally understandable why some people, just bumped my wall. Totally understandable how some people might not know why I started out making audios. So long story short, basically, I got my heart broken, and like my freshman year of college, like we weren't even like in a relationship. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was a narcissist, and like this was before like that term like really blew up. So like, yeah, no, he was definitely like something was wrong with this boy. Sorry, I was gonna say man, he was definitely a boy. Yeah, so I just like transmuted that hurt energy into audios, and before that I was like listening to like boyfriend audios and stuff, and I was like, oh, this is really relaxing. And I've always been like kind of a daydreamer, like making up stories in my head like ever since I was little. So actually this is like pretty natural for me, like scripting and voicing like made up fake idyllic scenarios. So yeah, so I started making audios. I didn't think this channel would get as big as it did. I mean, it's not huge, but it's definitely bigger than I thought it would be. So yeah, that's why I started. Do you have a favorite icebreaker trivia? And if yes, what is it? Congratulations on 16K. Well, thank you so much. Favorite icebreaker? I'm trying to think. Ooh, there is this really good one that I did for my job at the gym. So my last semester of college this past spring, I applied for a job at my school's gym because I was always there anyways, and I was like, might as well work here and like earn some extra money like before I leave this place. So like during our training we played this game. There was like a bunch of us, like I think about 30 of us working at the gym. So our supervisor had us play this game called Move Your Butt. It's also called something else too. I think it's like I know someone who, or whatever it's called. It has different names, but basically everyone's sitting in a circle and like in chairs or on the ground or whatever, and the person standing up in the middle says like, move your butt if you are also studying English or whatever. So anyone who's studying English would get up and try to move to a different seat. But the thing is, it's like musical chairs in the sense that there's one less seat than there are people. So if you're left without a seat, then you have to be the one to go in the middle and say something relatable. So yeah. And it was really funny when I like did mine, like I said my statement, it was like me and one other person. So I was like, that's kind of interesting. It was like a normal thing, like, oh, I'm from this state, and like literally no one else, or no, I said I'm from like this region in the country, and literally it was just me and one other person. But yeah, I think it's a good way to get to like know other people, like quick and easy. So that's definitely my favorite icebreaker. Are sporks valid utensils? No. Is mayonnaise an instrument? Absolutely, yeah. I play mayonnaise all the time. Okay, next question. Congrats. Thank you. I'm gonna leave a list, pick and choose what you want to answer. Okay. First question, favorite comfort food? That's tough. I wouldn't say I have like a comfort food. It just depends on like what I'm craving that day. I don't know. I like a good like bowl of like fresh fruit. That includes like crunchy green grapes, red grapes, peaches, like white peaches. Those are so good. Strawberries, maybe a couple raspberries in there. Yeah, I don't know. Other than that, maybe like mashed potatoes and gravy, but it like, I don't know. It has to like be like made specifically. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, current mic. So currently I am using the, I always get the name of it wrong. It's called the Hyper Quadcast X. It's like the one that just lights up red. I know there's a version that like has like the RBG like colorful, but yeah, I just have the regular version. And actually one of you guys got it for me. So like 2 years ago I first started this channel recording on my cell phone, and I was like, oh, this is like really terrible quality, like I need to get a real mic. So everyone had a Blue Yeti, so I just got myself a Blue Yeti, and yeah, it stopped working, like I think after like 2 months or something. Like the USB thing, like something broke, so it wouldn't work anymore. I still have it. I just don't use it, so it's just there for display now on my bookshelf. But yeah, I like made a tweet. I was like, I can't believe my mic broke, whatever, yada yada. And I didn't expect one of you guys to like reply, but one of you was very kind enough to get me a new one. So if you ever want to send me anything, in the description of my videos, there's a link to my throne wish list. And obviously, no one is ever, under any circumstance, obligated to gift me anything. When you guys do, I really, really appreciate it. I truly do. And I know we're like in really tough economic times right now, so obviously like you're not obligated to give me anything, but when you do, I really appreciate it. Oh god, I totally forgot how exhausting Q&As can be. Okay, it's like 9:30 at night. I'm recording this. Ever think about buying that weird looking mic with ears? No, I actually don't really know what that's for. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you guys, like, I'm really not like deep into the ASMR community. Like, I literally do this for fun. I like scripting and looking for scripts and voicing audios and being in character in the acting part, but other than that, I'm really not an ASMR girly. Like, I'm not deep into the ASMR universe, so I'm sorry if that's a little bit disappointing for you. What scripts or ideas really draw you in for audios? I'm not gonna lie, I'm definitely a sucker for friends to lovers, just because like that's my ideal scenario, or like roommates to lovers, or like being like a bratty girl like that, just because like, well, first of all, like the first two scenarios like have never happened to me, and then like being like bratty or like mean girl, like I'm like the opposite of that. Maybe not the opposite of bratty. I can be a little bratty sometimes, but yeah, just like something where it's like I kind of have to like put a performance in or something, where like I can like see myself in the scenario, like it's not too far-fetched, you know? Would you rather ride a horse or a grizzly bear-sized teddy bear that had sworn its fealty to me? Do you mean loyalty? I think you mean loyalty. I'd rather ride a horse. I don't really know what this question's asking. I'm sorry. How do you keep too much noise from other sources from getting into your audios? Okay, I don't think I've ever said this, but I only record at home. Well, now that I've like graduated college, I'm like moving away soon, so I'll record in my new place. But since I've started this channel, I've been recording like at home, like my parents' house. So I would like come home from breaks from school and like record, and I record in my closet. So like I'm in the closet, like it blocks out most sound, unless my parents are like playing the TV really loud. Like sometimes I'll tell them to like turn it down. I don't tell them why, but yeah, I'll just like turn down the TV. Other than that, like the audio software that I use to record is Audacity, and they have like a noise reduction like feature. So yeah, I use that. How long of a blooper reel does every audio have on average? Honestly, not that long. Most of the bloopers are me just like saying something wrong, or like saying something weird, or like sneezing or coughing. Like, it's really not that exciting. Could we get an audio of you reading Goodnight Moon? Maybe on my Patreon, I'll see. I don't know what the copyright implications are of like reading a copyrighted book. I would have to look into that. How are your cooking skills? Honestly, I'm a pretty good cook, and I love to bake. I'm a pretty good baker. Like the past couple weeks I've been home, I've been like making banana bread, like lemon blueberry bread. Like my parents, like every night they're like, or every other night they're like, are you baking again today? And I'm like, no, I literally just baked the other day. I'm pretty good at cooking. I know my way around a kitchen for sure. I watched a lot of cooking shows growing up. I don't know why. My older sister just loved to watch the Food Network, and I was like, okay, like we have one TV to share. I can't like change the channel on a dime, so whatever. But yeah, I guess some of that subconsciously got into my brain. Favorite ramen? I don't know. I don't have a favorite ramen. I've like gone out for ramen like twice in my life, so just like that warm, brothy, like authentic ramen. Yeah. Do you pour cereal first or milk first? I do cereal first, like a regular person. And if you do milk first, I think I'm gonna need like a 10-page single space like dissertation as to why you pour milk first. If you could voice a character from your favorite work fiction, what would that character be? So my favorite work of fiction, I'm assuming you mean something that's like animated instead of live action, because then why would I need to voice a live action character? I don't know. I don't know if I have a favorite like animated like movie or show. I'm trying to think. Honestly, no, none that I can think of. But thank you for all those questions. Those are really fun to answer. Okay. Hey, Ethereal ASMR. Hello. My question is, what is your favorite ASMR video on your YouTube channel? Ooh, that's a good question. Honestly, I'm trying to think. This is hard. I'm gonna have to like go to my channel and look at all my videos because I actually have no idea. Because like there's some audios that like I'm really proud of that like don't get a lot of views, and then like it kind of like it makes me like sad and like just I'm like, no, like they didn't like this one, or like the algorithm didn't pick it up like the way I thought it would, and then that kind of makes me sad. But I really worked hard on it, and like I liked my performance in it. But yeah, I will get back to that answer. What would be a song you want played when you enter a room? It's so funny. I had an answer to this the other day. I don't know. I feel like it would depend on my mood. I honestly have no idea what song would like encapsulate my essence. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. That is a really good question. Okay, next question. Sorry for not answering some of these. Next one. Congrats, princess. Oh, thank you. I always wanted to participate in your Q&As. Well, you get the chance now. Question. Do you like late night drives, like admiring the night sky, city lights, etc.? I would like late night drives. Past few years, I've lived in like a city for college where like I didn't have a car. And I didn't know anyone with a car, so that was kind of out of the question. And then like when I was at home in the suburbs, like in high school and stuff, like I was such a nerd, like I was a dork, like I would never do anything fun or exciting like that. Like I would do my extracurriculars, like come home, like do my homework. Like I was not going on late night drives. Absolutely not. I think if someone were to take me on a late night drive, I would really, really enjoy it, but I wouldn't want to be the one driving. Okay, next question. What is your favorite part about being an ASMR artist? Gotta throw in how much I love your audios and I look forward to every release. Congratulations on 16K. Aw, thank you so much. What is my favorite part? Honestly, interacting with you guys. I love the feedback. I love the comments. Honestly, the most exciting part about publishing an audio is the comments, because sometimes they're unexpected, sometimes they're really funny. So like when I don't get a lot of comments, it like makes me sad. I'm like, they don't have anything to say about this. But yeah, I love reading the comments. And like sometimes I get like really negative comments, but honestly I don't take it to heart because I don't know you and you don't know me, you know? It's like a one-sided kind of relationship, I guess, kind of. But yeah, I think the comments are always entertaining, so that's my favorite part for sure. Next question. Do I get a YouTube question as well as a Twitter question? Oh yeah, that's right. I also asked for questions on Twitter, and you guys did not respond. If you don't know, I am on Twitter. I'm pretty active on there, I'd say. I mean, recently I've kind of been taking like breaks here and there. Sometimes I'm like, I have nothing to say. But yeah, if you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm almost at 1,000 followers. So go follow me on Twitter if you haven't. And if you don't want to because Twitter's toxic, then just follow me and literally block everyone else. Okay. Well, if I do get one, the YouTube question is, have you made any of the recipes I've shared with you? Unfortunately not. I have them in my phone notes. They're there. I just have yet to make them. I'm so sorry. I will one day, I promise. What made you want to start doing roleplay ASMR? I answered that at the beginning. Next one. Ooh, this is fun. This is fun. So it's not fun for my throat right now. I forgot how long Q&As can be. Because honestly, I'm really not a talker, but if I'm answering these questions, yeah, I'm gonna talk. What is the thing that brings you the most joy in life, and what is your weirdest food combo? Thanks for your incredible content. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the question. The thing that brings me the most joy in life, honestly, my relationships, my family relationships and my friendships, and then aside from other people, definitely this channel. Yeah, I love doing this and I love it, even though sometimes I'm unmotivated to write a script or edit a script that I found, or even record. I'll have scripts ready to record, and sometimes I just can't bring myself to do it. But it's I enjoy it, but sometimes even with things you enjoy, you're okay, I honestly don't know why I waited this long to record this audio. Oh my god, I'm so tired right now. I've had a pretty long day. But we continue. You're given a box filled with objects you have lost before. What object would you first get? Trying to think. You know what? I have lost pieces of clothing before. I don't know how. Not in a shady way. just like, I don't know, sometimes they just disappear. I'm trying to think that I've lost. I don't know, I don't get like really attached to things like that. That I've lost. Anything that I have lost, it must not have been that important because I don't remember. So, my sanity maybe. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, next question. Have you heard the tragedy of Darth Plagues the Wise? No, I have no idea what that means. You have to pick... Oh. I'm like holding my mic now. Usually I rest it like on my laptop, like next to the like the, what is it called, a tracking pad, whatever. But it's in my lap right now. Okay, next question. I'm getting a little bit loopy. It's only like almost 10 o'clock, but I'm so freaking tired. You have to pick one. Spend a year in space travel with 3 other crew members, or be in solitary confinement for 6 months. Honestly, as much as I love being alone, 6 months is like a bit too much. I think I would go crazy. Like solitary confinement, absolutely not. Like I'd rather spend a year in space with 3 other people. Like at least we're in space, at least we get space food. You know, it might depend like who the 3 other people are, but I feel like things could get pretty interesting. Favorite super villain? Trying to think. Oh, I don't know why. I mean, super villain, I guess like can like an evil like character count? When I was younger and like the Chronicles of Narnia movie came out, like the White Witch was my favorite character. I don't know why. I think I was like 5 years old when that movie came out. Or 5 or 6. And like, I guess like I was stupid, so I didn't realize that she was evil. I just liked her aesthetic, and I was like, she's my favorite character. So her, I guess. You mentioned you graduated college recently. Congrats, by the way. Thank you so much. I was so over college, so I was very happy to finally graduate. What did you major in, and why did you pick it? So I've also answered this question before, but like I said, there's definitely tons of new people to the channel, so welcome. So it's like pretty random, I guess. Like it's not a major that I hear a lot of people doing, but I majored in mathematics, with a minor in linguistics, and I chose it because I literally was not interested in anything else. Like I didn't really like any other subject in school. I just found math to be the most exciting. Like I liked the challenge of it. Like it definitely didn't come easy to me, but I mean it wasn't like difficult to the point where like I cannot do this. Like I liked the challenge of like having to understand how formulas work and how things kind of tie together. So yeah, and linguistics because I took 2 linguistics courses my freshman year of college and I really liked them, and I was like, wait, learning how like language works and like how it functions is like pretty interesting. But like whenever I tell people I minored in linguistics, they're like, oh, so how many languages do you know? And I'm like, English. Like I did study French for 2 semesters in college, did not retain any of it. But like I recently went to France for the first time, and like actually like some of it was coming back to me, so I honestly think like being immersed in a language helps so much. And then I did Spanish for 1 semester. I'm like really bad at learning languages though, so yeah. So yeah, I know English. Favorite dire? Oh, if you heard that, I bumped my nose on the mic. Favorite dire? Honestly, I don't have one. I'm really not into like that side of like the ASMR world. I think it's so fascinating how like the roleplay world and like the anime world are so like kind of like pretty closely linked. Like I don't know why that is, and I've never understood it. Obviously it's fine, it's not something that's an interest of mine. Like, I've never watched an anime in my life. It's not something that interests me. I get they're good, I know, and like I'll probably get comments like, oh, like, well, you just have to watch this one and then you'll like anime. It's like, no, I just don't think the genre's for me. Anyways, next question. Hope I'm not late. You're not late. Do you have any songs that you closely associate a particular memory with? What about smells? Okay, this probably is my favorite question. So about the music one. So here's the thing, I'm a little bit weird. So ever since I got a Spotify account back in like 2015, I've made like monthly playlists for like that month, like any songs that I was listening to or that I found, I would put in that playlist. So basically, like the past 9 years of my life have like songs attached to them. So like I can go back to like May 2017 and like go back to like whatever feelings I had in that month or like that I associate with those songs. When it comes to particular memories, yes, I definitely have songs I associate with particular memories. I'm trying to think of one that's like vivid in my mind. Nothing that immediately I have nothing that immediately comes to my mind. But yeah, definitely just like songs that I like, or like music in general. Like I definitely like can be taken back to feelings instead of like specific moments, if that makes sense. But moments too, sometimes it depends. And then smells, oh for sure. Like smells, like scents, absolutely. I love perfume. I think I have a problem. I have so many now. Because like when I was younger, I never really wore perfume. Like my mom never wore perfumes. That was never something that like I was exposed to. But then when I got older, I was like, what is this perfume thing? And I was like, wait, this is actually pretty amazing. Like I like smelling like a bakery or like a bed of flowers or like roses, whatever. So yeah, I definitely have scents and smells that take me back to specific moments. Like 3 years ago, I had my first internship, and I had the like Ari by Ariana Grande like body spray, and I still have the bottle. So every time I like spray it, it just like takes me back to that summer of 2021, my first internship, and like I was like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe that was 3 years ago. So yeah, scents are definitely very powerful in that way too, just like music. I think it's like crazy. I think it's crazy how our bodies like store memories like that. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, going back to like my favorite audio on my channel. I'm trying to think. Honestly, I would say my famous pop star series, just like the whole thing. Like I think it's cute, like I don't know. Yeah, that one. I guess that's not one audio, but yeah, I think. I don't know. I'm also trying not to have like recency bias where like, oh, like one of my more recent ones is like my favorite, because like, I mean, you know, obviously I like all my recent audios, but yeah, and there may or may not be a fourth part to the famous pop star series. Yeah, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so that was all the questions from the community tab on YouTube. Sorry if I'm like rambling. Hopefully it's not annoying for you. But yeah, I only got like a couple questions from YouTube, or sorry, from Twitter. Do you F with Skibbity Toilet? No, I don't, and I honestly, like, I realized what that was like 2 months ago, Like, I was just like really out of the loop, and I literally looked it up on YouTube. I was like, what is skibbity toilet? I was like, I'm not old. Like, I'm only 23, but like, I just feel out of touch. But no, I really don't. I think it's a fascinating story. Like, the guy who created it, like, good for him. But yeah, no, I do not F with skibbity toilet. I'm sorry if that's not the answer you wanted. Will you make a SoundCloud? No. Honestly, I know anything can go on SoundCloud, but the only thing I think of when I see SoundCloud or someone mentions SoundCloud is like SoundCloud rapper. Like, that's it. I'm sorry. So when you asked, will you make a SoundCloud? I was like, no, like, I'm not a rapper. Like, that's not gonna happen. But then I was like, wait, you can kind of put anything on SoundCloud. I mean, I might put my audios on SoundCloud if that's something you guys want. Like, maybe I'll take a poll and I'll see. But other than that, I mean, everything's on YouTube. Just go to YouTube, even though, you know, this platform gets on my nerves, like, half the time. Okay, ask you almost anything? What is the best brunch you've ever had? Oh, God. I just feel like this whole Q&A is just going downhill. I was gonna actually record another audio after this, but I'm so freaking tired. Clearly I'm loopy, so after this I'm gonna go brush my teeth and go to bed, put my little pajamas on, and say goodnight. Anyways, the best brunch I've ever had, I have this perfect brunch place in the city where I'm moving, and oh God, actually it's really, really far from my apartment. But that's fine. I'll probably only go there like once in a while, but it's so good. They have this like really good French toast, and like your meal comes with a complimentary like brunch drink, so like a mimosa or a Bellini or whatever, like included with your meal. And the breakfast potatoes, so good, like out of this world. So yeah, I can't wait to move so I can be closer to that place. But like, yeah, mostly like French toast is like my go-to like brunch order. Like, waffles come in second and then pancakes third. I have a question or two. Okay. What made you want to get involved in doing audios, and who was your inspiration? So I already answered that question, but just to add on a little bit to it, so before like making audios facelessly, is that a word? Facelessly? Without showing my face, I actually did have a YouTube channel where I showed my face for like 6-ish years at that point. Like, I started it when I was 15, and then I did it up until I was 19 turning 20. Okay, so like 4 or 5 years, whatever. And that channel had like 10,000 subscribers by the time I stopped, so like really not that many, but I enjoyed doing it. But then like I started this channel and I made my first audio, and I was like, wait, I like this way more than like showing my face and like showing my life. And yeah, so I definitely like doing this more, for sure. I feel like sometimes it can be harder for me, sometimes it can be hard for me to express my personality, and I don't know, I just felt like as the years kept going on and I was doing like that other channel, like, I don't know, it didn't feel authentic completely. And like, honestly, like, neither is this because I'm acting, but at least like I'm not trying to be myself, if that makes sense. Like, it's easier to act as a character than it is to like fully be myself, if that makes sense. Who was my inspiration? I'm not gonna say, but another like audio creator who was a guy. But yeah, I just loved his audios. They were so comforting, or they are, he's still active. so comforting, and I was like, you know what, I can do this too. So yeah. Alright, so that was all the questions. I don't think was there another one that I said I was gonna go back to? Oh yeah, what would be a song you want played when you enter a room? Okay, I'm literally gonna open my Spotify right now. Okay, I do not have my phone with me, so I'm on like the desktop version of my Spotify. Let's see. Oh god. You know, on Spotify where you can you have your liked songs. I have 1,925 songs on this thing. Oh god. Honestly, I don't really have a favorite song. Having to choose a song that plays when I walk in, that's so much pressure. I don't think you understand the amount of pressure and stress you're putting me through right now. Obviously, I'd want it to be an upbeat or at least a mid-tempo song. I don't know. I have no idea. But I'm gonna throw a question back at you guys since I cannot answer this one. Are there any songs that you think capture my essence as Ethereal? I don't know, if you would listen to a song and you're that would be Ethereal as a song. Yeah. Okay, well, that concludes this random, rambling, downhill, sliding Q&A. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it was relaxing. If you are falling asleep, I hope you have a very, very good night. Okay, that's it for this Q&A. I love you guys. Thank you so much for 16K, and here's to the road to 20K. Ooh, let's see if we can get to 20K before the year ends. Okay, good night. Love you.